Hi, this is Dana with Dana Digital Tutorials, and today I'm going to show you how to take listings that you've created in MyDesigns and published to Etsy, make changes, and sync those changes in bulk. So right now, all of my listings have this static background, and as you may have heard, Etsy's new algorithm is using AI to look at how similar images are from image to image, and they're trying to show the customer less images that look the same. And when you have this same background for every single image, it may cause issues with your exposure or visibility to potential customers. So I've decided to change all of my main listings to a blurred background for that image. So I've got a new mockup, and by the way, if you like any of these mockups that I have here, you can check out my Etsy store. I do have them, and technically I could upload these as just static images without the little photos, but I kind of like having the photos because I can do it all here in MyDesigns without having to always upload extra files to every listing. But we're going to go ahead and create our new mockup. And we're going to come over to our custom. You'll be in drinkware if you've uploaded yours. I just keep my training files under clothing. And I'm going to select my blurred background. Now I can overwrite my main listing image. It's going to give me a caution here, but that's okay because I actually do want to overwrite this file. Or if I just want to add an additional listing image, which Etsy also likes, I can come down to one of my blank spots and I can generate my mockup there. So we're going to generate the mockup, and I just want you to know that when you're going forward and creating new listings, you're going to want these to be consistent with the new listings. So I do recommend, if you decide to create an additional file instead of replace, then you go ahead and swap these files. And if you're interested to know how I got these special names in here, I'll link the video to my full MyDesigns tutorial. So we're going to go up here to Quick Actions, change File Slot. It defaults to swap. We're going to pick our old listing image, and then we're going to go pick our new listing image, and we're going to move. And so now our file is moved. And just in case I didn't show you earlier, you can see I do have my static images here over on Etsy. These are in my draft folder, but it doesn't matter if they're in your draft or active. This technique works. So now that I've changed my main listing image, maybe I've changed some tags or title or description, this will also sync. We're going to go to listing over here on the left. If you don't see it, just make sure you're on the world here. We're going to go down to Bulk Sync Publications. We're just going to hit next here, and then you can make sure that your files are in the correct order. You want to unselect any images or files that are downloaded by the customer. Those will not sync. You will have to republish if you want to make changes to your main listing image or any image that the customer downloads or file. So if you have a PDF, for example, make sure they're in the right order. You can just drag them around if you need, just grab and drag. If you don't want to sync some of these things and you want to hit X here, it will go away, but then you'll have to go to the next file and hit X there. You'll have to do it for every single one. So I'm not going to X those. We're just going to hit next, and then we're going to press sync. Now all of these images are syncing over in our Etsy shop. So I can come over here and I can hit refresh, and now I can see I have a blurred background as my main listing image. A word of caution here is sometimes, even though I manually select the order here, I'm going to have to double check that it did not mess up the order, because sometimes MyDesigns will glitch and I'll get one of my other listing images will be here in this main file slot, and I'll have to just go swap them manually. It doesn't happen very often, probably 1 in 100, but just double check. So if you want to make a change to this main file, or say your PDF for your free designs, instead of using the bulk you will need to go and republish. If you don't want to pay the listing fee again, that's going to be a hassle if you have a ton of images, because you have to manually upload new files to your existing listings. So I just opted to mostly just republish and delete the old ones. I know I had to pay the 20 cents, but when you have 500, 600 designs, it wasn't worth the time that it was going to take. Another thing here is if you have a ton of images that you're working on and you can only do 48 or I think it's 72 at a time based on your membership, I recommend that you create a folder before you begin. If you just click on this home right here and you just add a folder, and I already did this, I called it Sync and Edit Done. After I'm done editing and then creating the sync into Etsy and I know my changes are correct, I'm going to go to Quick Action, move to Collection. I'm going to select this folder. Oop, I accidentally deleted it, so let's create a new one. We'll just call it Done. And we're going to click it. Oh, and there it is right there. Sync and Edit Done. I didn't delete it, I just went into it. And then we will just hit Next right here. It's going to ask us, do we want to keep the original file slot? Yes, we do. And we would hit Move to Sync and Edit Done. And that way, when I'm over here in these main listings and I have 600 and I have to walk away, I don't ever have to remember where I was in order to make these changes. Or maybe I'm doing these a little bit at a time and I'm adding new listings. This is a great way to kind of keep track of where you're at and what you've done. And then when I'm done, I just select them all and move them back to my main folder. So I hope these tips help you with syncing. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Help our channel get more exposure. This is Dana with Dana Digital Tutorials. Have a great day.